Hey there, garden friends. It's Heather at Bush Poppy Farm. Today we are going to talk about dahlias. I'm going to show you pictures in this book of the dahlias that I'm going to be growing in 2023. And it's a bit of a weird year because this was the first year that I decided to try to overwinter my dahlias. I'm in zone 9B, so it's more than possible because people do this, I think, down to zone 6, maybe even 5. So I still have dahlias in the ground. And so there's a lot of unknown for me, what are going to come back, and how many am I going to get? Is it going to improve production? Am I going to get earlier blooms? Which is what a lot of people who overwinter their dahlias say, is they get blooms a whole month earlier than when they pull them in the fall and put them back in the spring. So I have ordered some so that I can make sure that I have dahlia tubers if I have some disaster and all the ones that I planted last year are sitting in the ground and are no longer viable. That's the great thing about pulling up your dahlias, even though it's super labor intensive. If you do that in the fall, then in the spring you can pre-sprout them and you'll know for sure whether your tubers are still viable or not. But I'm just going to hope and have faith. In the meantime, I'm going to share with you the varieties that I've got and let you know which ones are new, which ones are old, or that I still have hopefully in the garden. And then I'm actually, instead of popping up photos on the screen for you, I'm actually just going to show them to you in the catalog as we go. So last year I think I did things in order of color. Like I think I did gradation of color. This year I'm presenting them in order of bloom size. So you'll see different varieties, but this is all about the inches of bloom size. So you can get, hi Raven. This is the Swan Island Dahlia catalog for 2023. It's a retail catalog, so you can go online, look them up, and they'll send you a catalog. Some varieties are already sold out. So some of the ones that I ordered a couple months ago, 2 months ago, I noticed in this catalog already say they're sold out. So just letting you know, you may not be able to get everything that you want, but now would be the time to place your orders. I might regret doing that because it's only about 48 degrees outside, but I'm sitting here in the sun and I'm hot. Okay, so let's get started. I've got all these pink tags because I have marked them so that I can go through this relatively reasonably fast. Okay, so I also have highlighted in orange the white borders around the varieties that I've got to make it easier for me to show you and also for you to find it quickly. So this first one I'm going to talk about is called Candlelight. It's this one down here on the bottom. It is a 6-inch bloom with long stems, soft orange blending to a rich yellow. And that is a new one. I think I just said that, but that's a new one this year. This next one is also a new one this year. Citron de Cap. It is gorgeous. Check this out. Okay, this one, as you can see, has beautiful, crazy frilled petals. It's 7-inch blooms too. And so delicate yellow to frilled pink tips. So I think it's going to be really awesome to see. All right. So do I have any more on that page? No. Okay, the next one is one that I already have in the ground somewhere or in a pot somewhere, because we also have some that we are keeping in like 5-gallon pots. This one's called Gets Crazy. I actually got it as a free gift a couple years ago, and it's a really great flower. So this is a 7-inch golden bronze bloom. Very pretty. Oh, this one is reminiscent of, it's called Bahama Mama, but we took a trip to Hawaii for the first time this past summer, and this one is very tropical in nature to me. So it's this guy right here in the center, Bahama Mama, 6-inch colorful bloom, banana yellow and soft pink, has a very tropical look. So I am excited about that. Okay, this next one is also a new variety for me. It's called Blackberry Ice. Very pretty. That's 4-inch blossoms with soft lavender base color and a deeper lavender in the center, which is interesting because a lot of the dahlia varieties have a darker color on the outside and a lighter color in the center. So it would be really cool to see. And then I have some repeats. These are also on the same page from this year, and they were prolific producers for us, which is awesome because I needed them for wedding work. This one, Bridezilla, right here. And this one is 6-inch pure white blooms. It produced a lot. And then we also had this one down here, Brookside Snowball. It's a 4-inch bloom and the stems were really strong, which was really nice. Then we have Cornell Bronze. This is a classic one grown by flower farmers. It is a 4-inch bronze orange ball variety. So there's 3 on this page. These are all repeats from last year. The first one is Daydreamer. And this one is a 4-inch soft yellow bloom blending into apricot. Right below that is Deputy Bob. It's a 4-inch flame orange flower. And then the other one down here is Diva. It's 6 inches across in the blooms. They are incredibly dark purple and they are very productive on very long, strong stems. So I really enjoyed Diva. I've had them now for 2 years. Next, a new one for this year. This one right here called Fluffles. This one is lavender pink bloom with a white center. It's a 5-inch bloom. Okay, another one that is coming from previous years. This one's really pretty too. It's a 5-inch bloom, Gabrielle Marie, golden peach apricot with lavender undertones. Very, very pretty. Then we have another repeat. This one is another classic that lots of cut flower growers grow as one of their, standards. This one's Ivanetti. This guy down here. It is a classic cut flower, like I said, dark purple ball variety, 4-inch blooms. This next one I really, really like. I'm not a big fan of yellow, but flowers, that's an important color. This one is a gorgeous yellow. It's very much like a soft butter. It's beautiful. So, or a creamy lemon, I guess is a good way to describe it. This one's called Ova Joe. It is a 4-inch yellow bloom, but the tips of each petal are white. So it's really cool. Another yellow one is a repeat from last year. This is an exhibition variety flower. There are a few of those labeled in here that these are exhibition worthy. They are strong stemmed, long stemmed, very beautiful flowers. This one is a 5-inch bloom and it is a very soft yellow. It's Pulverton Supreme. And then I have another white that I also grew this past year and will continue. This one's called Bride to Be. It's a classic water lily variety and it's 4 inches. Also, it's pristine white because sometimes white flowers have tinges of yellow or tinges of peach or, and so it's hard to find a very, very just solid white flower, especially in dahlias, and this one is it. It's really pretty. Okay, this next one, really cool looking. This is a ball variety. It's called Cherish. It's a 3-inch soft yellow ball bloom with rose edging on the petals. Next one is also new this year, Fatima, or Fatima, I say Fatima. This one right here, very pretty. It's a 2.5 inch, so a much smaller bloom. Hot pink blooms on long, strong stems. And then the one right next to it, Foxy Lady, this is a repeat. And there she is. It's a 3.5 inch bloom, and it's dusty rose with creamy yellow highlights. It's really nice to have smaller varieties, and we're moving into the smaller sizes, and I'm going to have more and more of those because while the big dahlias are impressive and pretty, not as many of them grow on the plants, and they are more easily damaged. When you get the smaller ball or pon varieties, they're much more sturdy, hardy, they hold up longer, and so they're easier to use. And with all the different sizes they come in, they're great additions to a bouquet. Okay, so this next one I'm super excited about. I like really dark flowers. They're hard to use sometimes, but sometimes they're so striking that they can go amazing. This one is called Lights Out. And it is a 3.5-inch velvety black-red bloom. I think that would look amazing mixed with white. You could, if you had a black and white event, black and white garden, oh, it would be so pretty. So I'm super excited to see how that one does. Let's see, what do we have next? Oh, this one, razzmatazz. Okay, I got this initially as a free one a couple years ago, and I was like, meh, but I tell you what, they are so cool. First of all, just tremendous producer, tons and tons and tons of blooms. They're 2.5 inches. It's a yellow blending into raspberry. So let's take a look again. Really amazing. And so I really love this one. It goes with so many things. I mean, you wouldn't think that, but it does. Okay, now we have another white one, but it's really more of a creamy white. Definitely not a solid white. This one is 2.5 inches. It's called White Nettie. And it's a sport version of Nettie, which is the same look, but just a bigger flower. Okay, here come the pompons. I have quite a few of these coming this year. They're kind of all on the same page right next to each other. So first we have Amber Queen. This one is a 2-inch bronze orange ball variety. Then this one here is Betty Ann. It's 1.5-inch deep pink blossoms. And then down here is a repeat from this year. This one is Frank Holmes. It's 1.5-inch lavender. And then we have this guy right there, Tiny Treasure. 1.5-inch true pompon white. So that's my dahlia lineup for the year. As you know, you've gotten a pretty good look now in this video through this catalog. It's great. It gives you lots to think about. It's organized in terms of size. It will also give you little indications next to each of the flowers. So for instance, when I was talking about exhibition quality before, the ones that have this little insignia here is like a medal or a ribbon. Those are all exhibition quality, so if you would like to start getting into showing dahlias, those are great varieties to get for that. It will also tell you generally how tall the plant's going to get, or how bushy, or how many leaves, or if they have dark foliage. There's actually a category in here of dark foliage varieties. And then they also have so they have a free gift program. So this is the page, free gift choices. So please choose one gift variety for every $100 spent in dahlia tubers per order. So there's a whole bunch here to choose from. And you will also see, pricing in here. So things to keep in mind, I paid anywhere from, $4 for a tuber up to $19 for a tuber. Things like, Cafe au lait is still the favorite. That's $25 a tuber. So if you really want those, go for it. But keep in mind, you're going to pay for it. And that is a normal price. That's where you're going to find everywhere. So you can shop around if you like, but it's going to be hard to find anything, any of these at any lower prices. So they also have a section on new introductions, things that they're just presenting. And these are either ones that are new hybrids, or they have just gotten a hold of these new tubers. And then you can also get some of these collections, like this cute little Itsy Bitsy collection here. There's a Pon collection here. So yeah, it's really cool. If you have never grown dahlias before, you can buy one of these collections and get yourself started. So check it out. These guys are in Canby, Oregon. Supposedly the dahlia capital of America, and they have so much to choose from. So check them out. I will put the link to their website in the description box below. And I will also link below my previous videos on pre-sprouting and cuttings, how to do those with dahlias. And since we won't be pre-sprouting, well, actually I will be pre-sprouting the new ones this year. So these new ones, when they arrive, I'll pre-sprout those. So I'll make a new video showing you guys how to do that, because it'll be a standalone at that point. But, and I might also take some cuttings from some. Cuttings is a great way to expand your stock of dahlias for free. And so you basically pre-sprout a tuber, cut off the new sprouts coming up, root those, and then you have additional plants, and those will all be clones. I think I've mentioned before, if you get dahlia seed, it's an unknown. You're not sure what you're going to get because they crossbreed crazily. But tubers and cuttings are going to be true to the parent. So that's your way to multiply your supply without much money. So I hope that you enjoyed that little tour of our 2023 dahlia lineup. I'm looking forward to growing them again. They can be finicky. They need support. You definitely, don't want them to fall over. Dahlia stems are hollow, so they break easily. And if they break, then that's it, because then the water and nutrients can't get up to the blooms or the rest of the foliage. So you got to give them support so they don't fall over in wind or rain. And the flowers can be delicate. So there's a very precise time to harvest, and we can go over all that when they're in the field. If you would like lots of really great information on dahlias, you can check out Florette's book on dahlias. That is amazing. That will tell you how to propagate, how to start from seed, how to dig and divide, just everything. And then has beautiful, beautiful photography of lots of different dahlia varieties. So you can check that one out. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have a great time in your garden and doing your dahlia order. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.